Hey there, history enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel. Today we're embarking on an awe-inspiring journey through time to explore the seven wonders of the ancient world. These extraordinary marvels, built by ancient civilizations, continue to captivate our imaginations to this day. So, without further delay, let's dive into the enchanting tales of these ancient wonders. Number 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Our adventure begins in Egypt, where the Great Pyramid of Giza reigns supreme as the only surviving wonder of the ancient list. Constructed over 4,500 years ago, this colossal pyramid was built as a tomb for the Pharaoh Khufu. It's an architectural masterpiece that baffles researchers even today. The Great Pyramid is the largest of the three pyramids at Giza, and was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. It was originally 481 feet, 146.6 meters tall, but due to erosion and the removal of its outer casing stones, its current height is approximately 455 feet, 138.8 meters. Despite its massive size, the Great Pyramid was constructed with remarkable precision. The base is almost perfectly square, with an error of less than 0.1%, and the sides align almost perfectly with the cardinal points, north, south, east, and west, despite being built thousands of years ago. It is estimated that around 20,000 to 30,000 workers were involved in the construction of the Great Pyramid. Contrary to the common myth that slaves built the pyramids, most of the workforce were skilled laborers and farmers who worked during the Nile's flood season when they couldn't farm. Despite extensive research, the exact methods used to construct the Great Pyramid remain somewhat of a mystery. There are theories that massive ramps were used to transport the large stones to the higher levels, but the specific techniques used by the ancient Egyptians are not fully understood. The topmost part of the Great Pyramid, known as the capstone, is missing. It is believed to have been made of gold or a shiny stone to reflect the sun's rays, giving the pyramid a stunning appearance. However, the capstone has been missing for centuries, and its fate remains unknown. The Pyramid of Giza continues to be a source of fascination and admiration, standing as a testament to the remarkable engineering and architectural skills of ancient civilizations. Number 2. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Our next stop takes us to Babylon, where the legendary Hanging Gardens once thrived. These lush terraced gardens were a marvel of engineering, boasting a unique irrigation system that kept the gardens verdant and vibrant. The gardens are often attributed to King Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled the Neo-Babylonian Empire from 605 to 562 BCE. According to historical accounts, Nebuchadnezzar constructed the gardens to please his wife, Amytis of Media, who missed the green hills and valleys of her homeland. If the Hanging Gardens did exist, they would have required a sophisticated irrigation system to support the lush vegetation at such a height. Theories suggest that a system of canals or an Archimedes screw might have been used to lift water from the Euphrates River to the terraced gardens. The exact location of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon is uncertain, as there are different accounts and interpretations. Some ancient texts place it in Babylon, present-day Iraq, while others suggest it might have been in Nineveh, near modern Mosul, Iraq, or even in the Assyrian city of Nineveh. The Hanging Gardens are described in ancient texts as an architectural wonder, with terraced gardens that resembled a large green mountain or a massive green pyramid. They were said to be a symbol of the wealth and power of the Babylonian civilization. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon continue to capture the imagination of people around the world, and their legend has persisted throughout history as a testament to the grandeur and ingenuity of ancient civilizations. Number 3. The Statue of Zeus at Olympia. Here at Olympia, the ancient Greeks crafted the colossal statue of Zeus, seated majestically on his throne. This awe-inspiring creation, sculpted by Phidias, was considered one of the most significant representations of the god of thunder in ancient times. The statue of Zeus was an enormous chryselephantine sculpture, meaning it was made of a combination of gold and ivory. It stood approximately 40 feet, 12 meters tall, and was seated on a throne made of cedar wood, adorned with precious stones and gold panels. The renowned sculptor Phidias, who lived during the 5th century BCE, is credited with creating the statue of Zeus. Phidias was also responsible for the design and construction of the Parthenon sculptures in Athens. The statue was housed in the Temple of Zeus at Olympia, a sanctuary dedicated to the Greek god Zeus. Olympia was a significant religious and athletic center, hosting the ancient Olympic Games every 4 years from the 8th century BCE to the 4th century CE. The statue depicted Zeus, the king of the gods in Greek mythology, seated on a throne, holding a scepter in one hand and a statue of Nike, the goddess of victory, in the other. The god's body and robe were made of ivory, while his hair, beard, and ornaments were made of gold. The fate of the statue of Zeus remains unclear. It is believed to have been housed in the Temple of Zeus until around the 5th or 6th century CE. Various historical accounts suggest that the statue was either taken to Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, and later destroyed in a fire or destroyed in a series of earthquakes that severely damaged the temple. Although the statue of Zeus at Olympia no longer exists, its legendary status and the description of its grandeur have been passed down through historical accounts, making it one of the most celebrated masterpieces of ancient Greek art. Number 4. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. In Ephesus, the Temple of Artemis once stood proudly as a testament to Greek architecture. This grand temple was dedicated to the goddess Artemis and was renowned for its size and beauty, attracting visitors from far and wide. The Temple of Artemis was one of the largest temples of the ancient world, renowned for its colossal dimensions. It measured about 377 feet, 115 meters, in length, 180 feet, 55 meters in width, and its columns soared to a height of approximately 60 feet, 18 meters. It was considered one of the grandest examples of Ionic architecture. The temple's construction was originally completed around 550 BCE. However, it suffered damage due to arson committed by a man named Herostratus in 356 BCE, who sought to achieve fame through the destruction. The temple was later rebuilt and further expanded, becoming even more magnificent than before. The Temple of Artemis was adorned with exquisite sculptures, intricate friezes, and beautiful artworks. It featured 127 columns, each meticulously carved and adorned with ornate decorations. The temple's opulent design showcased the wealth and artistic prowess of the city of Ephesus. Religious and cultural significance. The Temple of Artemis served as a center for religious worship, festivals, and celebrations dedicated to the goddess Artemis, the patron deity of the city of Ephesus. The temple also attracted pilgrims and visitors from various parts of the ancient world, contributing to Ephesus's significance as a cosmopolitan hub. Despite being rebuilt after the fire, the temple eventually fell into disrepair. With the rise of Christianity in the region, the worship of Artemis waned, and the temple gradually lost its religious importance. It was further damaged during raids and invasions, and ultimately, the Temple of Artemis was destroyed by a Gothic invasion in the 3rd century CE. Today, only a few scattered ruins and a reconstructed column remain at the original site in Ephesus, Turkey. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus remains a symbol of the incredible architectural achievements of the ancient world and a testament to the deep religious devotion of its people. Its inclusion in the 7 wonders of the ancient world highlights its exceptional status in the annals of history. Number 5. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. In Halicarnassus, the mausoleum stood as an extraordinary tomb for King Mausolus. This ancient wonder featured stunning sculptural decorations and intricate design, setting new standards for monumental architecture. The mausoleum at Halicarnassus was a magnificent tomb built for Mausolus, a Persian satrap, governor of Korea, by his wife and sister Artemisia. The mausoleum was an impressive structure, combining elements of various architectural styles including Greek, Egyptian, and Lycian influences. It stood approximately 135 feet, 41 meters tall, and featured a rectangular base with a stepped pyramid, crowned by a marble chariot and statues. The word mausoleum itself is derived from the name Mausolus, the ruler for whom the tomb was constructed. Over time, the term has come to refer to any grand tomb or sepulchre built to honor a notable person or a group of individuals. The mausoleum at Halicarnassus was adorned with intricate sculptures and friezes created by some of the most talented artists of the time. These sculptures depicted various scenes from mythology, battles, and other significant events, making the mausoleum a showcase of ancient art and craftsmanship. The mausoleum was constructed on a high platform with several tiers or steps, similar to a ziggurat. Each tier was adorned with sculptural decorations and friezes, making the entire structure a visual masterpiece. Despite its grandeur, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus did not stand intact for long. It suffered damages due to earthquakes and invasions over the centuries. The Crusaders, who occupied the region during the 13th century, dismantled much of the remaining structure to use the stones for other building projects. Today, very little of the original mausoleum remains at its original location in Bodrum, Turkey. However, excavations and restoration work have revealed some fragments of the once spectacular monument. The enduring legacy of the mausoleum is reflected in the term mausoleum, and its recognition as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, a list of marvels that continue to capture the imagination of people around the world. Number 6. The Colossus of Rhodes. Once, the Colossus of Rhodes spanned the entrance to this harbor, a grand bronze statue of the sun god Helios. Although it stood for a relatively short time, it became a symbol of Rhodes and a testament to ancient metalworking skills. The Colossus of Rhodes was a massive bronze statue of the Greek titan god Helios, erected on the island of Rhodes in ancient Greece. The Colossus of Rhodes was one of the tallest statues of the ancient world. It stood approximately 98 feet, 30 meters tall, making it a colossal feat of ancient engineering and one of the most impressive statues of its time. The statue was constructed around 280 BCE by the Lindian sculptor Charas of Lindos. It took 12 years to complete the ambitious project. The Colossus stood at the entrance to the harbor of Rhodes, welcoming ships and visitors to the island. The Colossus of Rhodes stood for only about 56 years before it was toppled by an earthquake in 226 BCE. The statue collapsed at its knees and remained on the ground for nearly a millennium. According to some accounts, the remains were still impressive enough for travelers to marvel at the fallen wonder. The construction of the Colossus showcased the remarkable engineering skills of the ancient Greeks. It was built using a wooden framework covered with bronze plates to create the magnificent form of Helios. Iron and stone supports were used to hold the bronze structure together. The Colossus of Rhodes was built to commemorate the successful defense of Rhodes against the siege laid by the Macedonian ruler Demetrius Poliorcetes. The victory was seen as a symbol of the island's resilience and independence. Today, no traces of the Colossus remain at its original location in Rhodes, Greece. However, its legend and reputation have continued to capture the imagination of people throughout history, and it remains one of the most renowned lost wonders of the ancient world. Number 7. The Lighthouse of Alexandria. Our final wonder takes us to Alexandria, where the magnificent lighthouse once guided sailors safely into the harbor. This architectural marvel, one of the tallest structures of the ancient world, was a beacon of knowledge and engineering prowess. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, also known as the Pharos of Alexandria, was a monumental lighthouse that stood on the island of Pharos in the ancient city of Alexandria, Egypt. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was one of the tallest structures of the ancient world. It stood approximately 394 to 449 feet, 120 to 137 meters, tall, making it one of the tallest man-made structures at the time of its construction. The lighthouse was commissioned by Ptolemy II Philadelphus, the ruler of Egypt, and completed around 280 BCE. The architect responsible for its design was Sostratus of Cnidus, a renowned architect and engineer of the time. The primary purpose of the lighthouse was to guide ships safely into the busy harbor of Alexandria. The structure consisted of 3 tiers, a square base, a cylindrical middle section, and a circular top housing a giant bronze statue, possibly of Zeus or Poseidon, which acted as both a beacon and an ornament. Historians believe that the Lighthouse of Alexandria used an advanced system of mirrors and flames to create a beacon of light at night, aiding navigation for sailors. It was said that the light from the lighthouse could be seen from great distances. The Lighthouse of Alexandria stood for centuries but suffered damage due to several earthquakes. The most destructive earthquake occurred in 1303 CE, which severely damaged the structure. Over time, the remains of the lighthouse fell into the sea, and today no traces of the original structure are visible at its original location on the island of Pharos. The Lighthouse of Alexandria stands as a testament to the advanced engineering and architectural skills of the ancient world. Its legacy lives on in historical records, ancient texts, and depictions in art, continuing to inspire wonder and fascination among people intrigued by ancient wonders. If you have any other historical topics you'd like us to explore, drop your suggestions in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this remarkable adventure, and until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the past. Take care, and see you in the next video.